what's it like coming out here? You obviously know regional areas quite well, being out of Gada for a little while, but how nice is it to get around the community?
Yeah, it's really awesome being back here and seeing how much the sport has grown even in the past 3 years. Like just seeing the participants from ages 9 till I think we've seen some 12, 13-year-olds. There's just so many more people getting around it, younger girls that are excited, looking up to us as like, you know, a pathway that they can go through. So looking at that, it's really exciting. You're kind of like a role model now, which I never thought I'd be, but now I am. So yeah, no, it's really cool. It's really cool getting around the girls and teaching them a few things.
Do you like taking on a role like that?
Yes, of course. Yeah, like back when I was like growing up, I never had, women in sport. I never had someone like that to look up to. So it's pretty cool being that person now for them, but always keep it fun still. Don't be too serious.
What was it like for you? How did you get into the sport originally?
My dad was a big footy head. I grew up in Pittwater on the Northern Beaches, played for the Pittwater Tigers when I was like 9. Only girl on the team, couldn't go any further. So I played netball, but was always a Sydney Swans supporter. Went to every single game, always looked up to the men, thought it was so cool what they did. And I just always was around it, always around footy until there was a pathway for women. And then I just kind of flowed into that.
Talk about last season. How nice was that for you personally?
Yeah, for me personally, it was big. It was pretty emotional. Like obviously, my first season in the AFLW, like I did my knee, wasn't really exactly like how I planned to see my first season going, but everything kind of lined up into like a perfect full circle moment. Being there for the first game, playing that first game, and that first win was just like it's a memory I will never forget. And I'm super grateful for the Swans and the faith they've put in me. Throughout the years now, and really excited to get onto the third season, which is it's coming up now. Yeah.
Not far away.
Yeah.
How do you keep trying to strive for the next big thing? I imagine you have such the highs last season. Now to try and replicate that.
Well, obviously we saw like the talent that we had last year and how close we got last year, and seeing the progression from the year before to last year was just massive. So we kind of see that there's no sky's the limit. Obviously we're hunting down that grand final victory and taking out the premiership. So that's definitely on the horizon, and the girls they've put a lot of time and effort this year. So it's really exciting to see where we'll go at the end of this year.
I've got to ask about Holly Cooper. She's a Newcastle girl.
She is.
And what can you tell us about her that she's been in camp with you for a bit more now?
Holly is just a burst of energy, that girl. She's such a great addition to this team. She's a Newcastle girl. Everyone's been hitting her the hard questions while being here. Where's that? Like, where are we? Where's the cool places to go? But yeah, Holly is great. I'm really excited to see what she's going to bring this season. And yeah, get ready for those. She's going to crash packs. She's going to get that ball into D50. She's going to do all the hard work. But yeah, she's a great player, and we love having her here.
Do you see her pushing for a debut this season?
Absolutely, for sure. I see all the girls that we've picked up this season having a debut. The talent is so strong, the depth in our team is so strong, it's going to be so hard for the girls, but that just keeps the motivation going and keeps us pushing each training.
And I imagine her being from Newcastle's a bit of a rugby league heartland, but having someone like Holly who's flying the flag for Newcastle, that's a good person to have.
Absolutely. Having someone like Holly in a community like Newcastle, a lot of girls think that it's hard to get picked up, but Holly is a great example of that. No matter where you are in New South Wales, that there's people always watching, there's people coming to games, like your name's going to get heard, and no matter like where you are, you can always get picked up. I'm an example of like being in Gada. Like no one would have thought that someone can get picked up from Gada, but I did. Holly's got picked up from Newcastle, so the depth in New South Wales is getting so much better, and girls like Holly and maybe myself, like just leading the way is really exciting. I'm really happy to be part of it.
And as you mentioned, Gunnedah, obviously you were there for that short period, but how much of a connection do you still have to Gunnedah, knowing that was where this dream all came about?
Yeah, Gunnedah for me, I think it was a full circle moment. I was at a point in my career where I wasn't really enjoying footy as much. I was kind of a bit burnt out, after my draft year when I was 18. So Gunnedah was just a place that I could play footy for fun. There was no pressure. There was, I just was there with the girls having fun each week, and that's when I fell in love with it. Was really motivated when the Swans announced that they were going to have a Sydney Swans team, and that was just a dream come true to be able to be even just part of that journey. but Gunnedah, yeah, it's a place where we've had a lot of success as a women's footy team there. I'm so grateful that I was part of the first premiership there. I was part of the first women's side there. So Gunnedah for me is a special place because that's pretty much where this journey of footy all started. So yeah, full credit to the Gunnedah people there. They're great. They'll always claim that I'm a Gunnedah girl. I'll claim it as well. But it's a great place.
And obviously the season's coming up now. How's the preparation leading into the season?
Yeah, so we've been training for a while now. We've been training pretty much since Feb. We did a summer series, but that's been an awesome stepping stone into the pre-season. We've come back a lot fitter, a lot stronger. We're able to train our game plan the way that we've wanted to without any setbacks. So this season we're definitely going to come in hot. We're definitely going to come in firing. The girls are so excited. We just cannot wait for round one. But the vibes are really high in the group, and everyone, even though we've been training for a long time, like we come in each week, we bring the energy, we bring the vibes, and the girls are just happy to be here.
Perfect. What advice would you give to these young girls that are looking to make it big, particularly from the regional areas?
That there's always someone watching. You never know who's in the crowd, who has a connection somewhere. It's just keep showing up, bring the enthusiasm, keep doing footy because you love it with your mates, and just see where that kind of takes you. Make sure you leave no doors closed. Any opportunities that come, just take it, and see where that goes.